The Tiger's Nest is a Radio Anu International exclusive program brought to you by the Honorable Priest Isaac. The Tiger's Nest is aired live every Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. local standard time. Become a subscriber through our website by visiting www.priestisaacinstitute.com and choose between our subscription plans. Or you can subscribe by using the details provided in the link below.
Oh, wonderful royal family, give thanks continually. Now, for those of you who do not know me, give thanks. I am the Honorable Priest Isaac. I am a priest of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress Church of True Salvation, an order founded by the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. I am also the ambassador of the very said Congress in the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. I'm also the founder and the president of the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge and also co-founder of Rastafari Experience Antigua. Also, I host a program entitled The Tiger's Nest radio program, of which you would have just heard about a moment ago. So again, for those who do not know me, and if this is the first time you are sitting in, I'm very thankful for your presence. And of course, this is the beginning of a brand new, wonderful relationship. And for those of you who know who I am, good to see you again. Blessed love, everyone. Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I. We want to speak of, in the few moments that we will be here, as you would have seen in the title, why are our youth, why are the Black children, some will want to say Black kids, going astray? Well, you see, that's one of the reasons why I don't think no one is going astray. We were really born astray. Just to refer to us as kids alone, that's a sign to show you that we were made to go astray. Yes, we were born astray. As the Bible says, we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. I mean, I don't know for no one else, but I can speak for myself. I was born in the hospital. I was born in sin. and the whole school system shaped in iniquity, plus the media, entertainment, and all that they have to offer you. Even the 5 main food groups, born in sin and shaped in iniquity. You must remember, royal family, myself, I'm an individual who definitely has a passion for our youths as it relates to their development, as it relates to them evolving into the god and goddesses that they are supposed to be. You all know that for sure. That is why education is on the forefront of my agenda. That is why we have the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. That is why we have the International Homeschool Program, of which I will be highlighting even in the few moments that we will be here. But listen up, the reason why I actually brought up this subject area is because of a radio program, you know, what they call it, talk show, talk radio. A lot of people call and give their opinions and say what's on their mind. So people were calling in, and one fellow was clearly saying that, well, listen, man, all the pick a nigger them, that's another term for children. All the pick a nigger them gone astray, you know, who not carrying gun to school, and who not smoking weed, and who not breaking into house, and who not breaking in and stealing cars, and I mean a lot and much more than that is going on for sure, and it appears to be rising, that's for sure as well. But listen, family, you know, sometimes when I hear these sorts of discussions, I tend to, just as I did a moment ago, give a little chuckle, because I know you have to go to the root of the problem. I mean, I can come here and rant and yeah, and the children and the system and this and that, and I can go on, because that's what we do. We just talk and we huff and we puff, but we're not blowing any houses down or building any houses up. That's my point. So we have to hit the root. Now, first of all, we are dealing with children of African descent. If you're talking to me, if we're talking about our children, we are talking about children of the melanated stock, the descendants of Africa. Why? Because first of all, the education system that has been prepared for them was not prepared for them. Let me repeat. The education system that was prepared for them was not prepared for them. So the culture, everything that they are a part of, as I said at the beginning, born in sin. Yeah, we were born in a sinful culture, born in a sinful world, born in the hospital. And you know, when you're born in these places, they shoot you right away. You're getting shots right away. Before you know how to even creep, crawl, walk, talk, speak your name, anything. Yeah? You haven't even seen 3 people yet, and you're being injected. So the system is not for these precious children of the enslaved. That's the point I'm making. So in reality now, when you have a system that obviously was not designed for you, I always use the example of the caterpillar and the worm. The caterpillar represents us as a people. The caterpillar represents, again, the enslaved, and the worm represents the enslaver. After slavery was over, the enslaver was still on his and her enslaving campaign, however so subtly, however so subliminally, however so covertly, but they were still enslaving the mind. That's why Mosiah Garvey clearly shows us, I mean, if you enslave the mind of the person, you actually have the rest of them and anything that they control. So if they control 1,000 people, you have the 1,000 people because you have their mind, that one person's mind. So this is why the enslaver said, let them go. It's all right. I have another plot for you. We're going to enslave their mind, get the shackles for their mind. Huh? What kind of shackles? Get a book and a pen, man, and bring a blackboard and call them missionaries. We have some minds to enslave. And while we're enslaving their minds, we're going to rob their minds. Yeah. Their minds, in their brain minds and their diamond minds, because their brain minds have diamonds in it too. That's why it's called mind, the mind. That's to show you how precious your thoughts are. They come out of the mind, gold, diamond, out of the mind. So they destroy the mind and rob the minds. In Kimberley, that's how they move. So it's all a part of the plot, Rastafari. That's my point, man. Whether you want to hear it or not, keep in mind, slavery just came to an end not too long ago. I told you already, even when slavery, the emancipation of slavery, 1834, that's like about 90, I think it's about 90 years before my father was born. Not my grandfather, my daddy. My daddy was born 90 years after the emancipation of slavery. What time you think we living in? And we wonder why things are not right. When you have an education system that teaches you worm history and doesn't teach you caterpillar history when you are a butterfly. Do you comprehend that analogy? I'm trying to show you that a butterfly, although the butterfly, a caterpillar, pardon me, Although the caterpillar may appear to look like the worm, they're not the same. And the worm, who's now in charge, runs the worm education system, teaching caterpillars to be worms. That's why most caterpillars try to look like worms and talk like worms and just anything they want to be in the middle class of the worms, and they're caterpillars. You understand what I'm saying? So they're given the great worm god to go and worship. Worship. When they're caterpillars, worms don't build cocoons and spread their wings and fly away. Caterpillars do that. Caterpillars become butterflies. So these caterpillars, like me and you, that's why when many of us started to grow our wings, some of our mothers and fathers came around saying, hey, and grandmothers too, hey, you're not growing no wings in here. Understand? Get the scissors. Hey, cut off these wings. Or else you're leaving the wormhole. Well, it's all right. I wasn't even made to live in a wormhole. I was supposed to be on some tree eating the leaves. I'm a caterpillar, you know, not a worm. And that analogy, which I created, you know, many people may say, oh, he's always talking something. But do you know, just to show you how true that example is, silk. What's the name of the animal that creates silk? A silkworm. If you are to go into an encyclopedia and look up silkworm, it will begin by telling you a silkworm is a caterpillar. It's not a worm. It's not a worm. It's a caterpillar, but they just call it a silkworm. They do that with several animals. You know how they stay. So the point is that the system of education and everything else, it's not just the education system, you know, it's the culture in general. But because that is the harpoon, bam, along with the media and entertainment and all sorts of other stuff, but because that is the harpoon, bam, that hits the heart, and all the bricks come tumbling down. That is why we put that on trial. And that is why even in our community, we do our best to infiltrate that system. You know that. Whether it's programs of mentoring or motivational lectures or essay competition as it relates to African history and heritage, or art competition as it relates to African history and heritage, we do it all. Because the very same system is denying, at least up to this present time, a window of opportunity for African history and heritage to enter into their school system. So family, I must say, in the tiger's nest, I will be going a bit deeper into it this evening. But let me even present something to you here now. Because we, those of us who are mature adults, especially those of us with children, as you could see, you know, family, your good brother is about, you know, evolving and going to another level. This is evolution time. And although the subject is why the youths or Black youths going astray, and as I said, astray may not be, you know, but that's how it is. And we talk and we, you know, discuss it and we explain, and we know every single point that can be made to show why they are going, quote unquote, astray. But what are the solutions? That's what we should be talking about. What are the solutions? Every year passes, you get a year older you. Some of you listening to me, you just made your 50th, you just made your 60th, you're 65, you must be saying, wow, never thought, you never thought, come on, don't say that, be quiet. Give thanks and praise. You understand? But as you could see, we ain't moving on as a people. Yeah, we have the most knowledge in it. Yeah, we know everything. We know every brick in the pyramid. And we can count every letter in the Bible for you to the T. But yet still, nothing on the table, at least that is efficient as it relates to us moving on. And that is why education is a very key part of my agenda. The Minister of Education, the Priest Isaacs Institute of Holistic Knowledge. So let me just prepare this for you and show you this. And those of you who have children, because I must say, I noticed that we have this the passion for our young ones. They don't have to be your young ones, but our younger generation and generations in general. It's good when you can say younger generations. That means several generations are behind you. That means you are being blessed with longevity. You understand? If you're 15 years old or 20 years old, there may be only one generation in a sense coming up there, but generations. However, how long is a generation? I don't know if it's 10 years, a gap of 10 years or whatever a generation is. I think it's a bit longer than that, you know. I think a generation is like 40 years or so. But whatever, however the length of that is. But we have to have a love for a nation. To have love for nation, you have to have love for the youths. You have to want hey, listen, although you love the elders, there's a certain barrier here where you got to just take care of them and feed on their wisdom and work with them as much as you can. But there's a strong concentration that must be given to the younger generation. What are you talking about? As soon as they're born. And that is why we would have created the International Homeschool Program. But the International Homeschool Program itself is not necessarily, it can be a substitute, but it is definitely a supplement. Watch me, now, family. Remember, we cover, obviously, African history and heritage. I'm talking about the International Homeschool Program. We cover astronomy. So that is why, even though we have the Ancient Astronomy Course, and although it's created, let's just say, for the mature individual, but teenagers and even pre-teenagers can take that course, believe me. Don't rob them, especially if they were a part of the International Homeschool Astronomy Course. But we more encourage you to take on the International Homeschool Astronomy Course for the younger ones, 3 years old, 2 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, 9 years old. Even at 9 and 10, they can partake of the Ancient Astronomy Course, which has been designed for adults. This is what I'm trying to show you. So our International Homeschool Program also covers biology in depth, and other subject areas, key Swahili as well. The point I'm making here, family, we're talking about youths going astray. But what are we doing to make sure our youths, not just our youths that came out of our loins, I mean, our youths, the generation that will defend our nation, what are we doing to make sure that they don't, quote unquote, go astray? And again, that is why the homeschool program is also very, very important. If you are serious about the upbringing not only of your child, but the mental stability of your child and the love and passion that they will have for Africa and for high science, I will encourage anyone to enroll in the International Homeschool Program that we offer at the Priest Isaacs Institute of Holistic Knowledge. As I say every time I speak of this product, this is not nothing your brother is even trying to sell you. We give this away. You understand me? Follow me. I'm not saying we're giving it away tonight, and don't read me wrong. I'm just saying, I'm telling you. But no, no laughing matter. We do that. What do you think this is? This is love, Rastafari. Nothing warms us more than to know that children, a household, is on our international homeschool program daily, learning all the different sciences, learning the intricate details of the skeleton. They're not too young to learn these things. You occupy their minds with good information. They don't have no time for folly. I want to, for those who do not know, this may just be an introduction to you, giving you an idea of the different aspects of the International Homeschool Program. You would have heard the Honorable Empress Naya speak about this several times. Of course, we have different courses, as I just said, and they're in different patterns and different orders. You have very short videos that entice the young ones. You have the one-on-one communication. You have the sit down with myself and the young children. You have the online astronomical sky charts that we go through all the stars and open, and you see how they're made up, all of these beautiful things. But what I want to do, I just want to give you a glimpse of what's in store for you and the young one, when you, young one or young ones, when you partake of the International Homeschool Program. Now, this is a short clip that we did on elephants. Just imagine you have a young child and you're introducing them to the elephants. Yes, you will love this. Elephants are the largest living land animals. 3 living species are currently recognized: the African bush elephant, the African forest elephant, and the Asian elephant. Distinct features of elephants include a long proboscis called a trunk, tusks, large ear flaps, pillar-like legs, and tough but sensitive gray skin. The trunk brings food and water to the mouth and also grasps objects. Tusks, which are derived from the incisor teeth, serve both as weapons and as tools for moving objects and digging. The large ear flaps assist in maintaining a constant body temperature as well as in communication. African elephants have larger ears and concave backs, whereas Asian elephants have smaller ears and convex or level backs. And remember that also that, you know, that the programs themselves, as I said, they're in the, you have, that's a short clip there, short video. Remember that you also get your worksheets. You have your daily worksheets for the young ones so that they can do their different puzzles and quizzes and the different assignments. All of that is a part of our International Homeschool Program. Remember also, you get the daily dose again of a 15 to 20-minute session every day, really dealing with, again, ancient astronomy, African history, biology. Then there's the extension that goes into the language arts, which is really covering English. And as well, for those who may need assistance in that, you know, there are many parents that are even concerned about that. And of course, the yoga aspect of it, depending on how far a parent or the student may want to go. So remember, this is an online program, and you have to get access to the platform that will give you these programs, and the parent or the child has access where they can even browse and go through the videos and see many different videos that will entice them. So let me just give you another quick video just to give you an idea. What did we just look at there? Elephants. All right, let me this is a nice one here on the solar system. No, let me give you something else. This is hummingbirds. Hummingbirds. How many of you know about the hummingbirds? All right, well, this is the hummingbirds. Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are the smallest migrating birds. They don't migrate in flocks like other species, and they typically travel alone for up to 500 miles at a time. The name hummingbird comes from the humming noise their wings make as they beat so fast. Did you know that hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards? The average weight of a hummingbird is less than a nickel, and their tiny legs are only used for perching and moving sideways while perched. Yes, hummingbirds can't walk or hop. There are over 330 species of hummingbirds in North and South America as well as the Caribbean. Now, I am positive that many of you, I'm very positive that many of you did not even know a lot of what you just heard there about the hummingbirds. So just imagine you're a young little baby, you're a young little child, you're going to have them watching these light bulbs. Which light bulbs? The television, the computer, that. Some of you are going to give them your cellular phone and say, okay, hold on, stop crying for mommy, please, please, please. Yeah, but the point is now, if you're going to do all of that, it is better that you have them looking at something wholesome. Something that you're actually teaching them to speak as well while they're watching the screen, teaching them about the tiger, the hummingbird, teaching them about the parts of the eyes. You don't have to wait until your child is in high school to learn about the parts of the eye, the different parts of the ear, the different makeup of the planets in the solar system. Our astronomy program for the little babies is as comprehensive as an astronomy course for big people. It is only that we would have packaged it for little children, for the young minds. So it is fun. They have to do their assignments, experiments, all of that is a part of our international homeschool program. And remember, it is only $199 for a limited time. I can't tell you when we're going to change that to the original price, but you can get the international homeschool program. Remember, this goes, I think it's a year plus right now. The international homeschool program lasts, a year plus. It's a whole program. They get their certificate at the end of it and everything. And listen to the special energy as it relates to the international homeschool program. That's different than any other course that I have. If you have 7 children, God bless you. If you have 7 children in the household, even if you have cousins and friends that come over to take the course, and they are a part of the course, they all get their certificate. You don't have to buy a course for all of them, because people do that. People call and say, well, I have three children. How much would that be? I said, no, man, it's okay. If what, they live in different places? No, they're right here with me. Well, of course, that's for the whole family, you understand. Now, that's different than the Ancient Astronomy Course. The Ancient Astronomy Course is a different thing altogether. So even if your whole church comes over and watch you take the course, there's only one certificate, and that's for the person whose name is under application for the course. So you see, all your young ones will get a certificate that you can print and put on the wall with their name on it, that they would have completed the Honorable Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge, International Homeschool Program. So yes, family, for sure, for those of you who are coming across this information for the first time, just visit our website. The link is in the description below, and get more information as it relates to the International Homeschool Program. For sure, this is something that you obviously will not regret, because you've got to get into the mind of your child. Family, even before I created that course, my young little ones, I would make videos. Look, now my children making my videos. Those videos you just saw was made by my son, 11 years old, Prince Mosiah. That's simple work. You understand, for the levels of work that he's doing right now. You see what I'm saying? And it is because, the mind would have been sparked early. So whatever natural talent, intuition, plus the mind was worked early into being given the opportunity to grasp complex things. No Google Gaga, no Bugs Bunny, no Mickey Mouse. We killed Donald Duck long time. Yeah, it was planets, it was solar system, it was the parts of the anatomy, the layers of the planet Earth, all of that. And we have even brought that, how lightning, I was just going to show you a video on lightning, all of these different aspects of science we would have taught to the young ones. And now we would have created a course, a program for any young mind to full joy. Even you as a big parent would love it and enjoy it and full joy when you sit down and partake of it. So visit the website or email me, priestIsaacInstitute@gmail.com. Because family, let's be serious, man. We have children. The mind of the child is very important, eh? If you don't hold on properly, children go astray. Especially when they're young, don't be afraid to put the truth in their minds. Especially if you're sending them to the governmental institutional school. Oh man, you need to supplement that with a program like this. Trust me. Believe me, when you take them through this program, you can say to yourself, well, listen, hey, I gave them the best education for their conscious self. Because remember, they're coming out of this course, telling you about Akhenaten, telling you about King Shaka, King of the Zulu, telling you about different African tribes, the tribe of Dan. They have a tribe called the Dan tribe in Africa. They'll be telling you about the Bozo tribes. They'll be talking to you in Kiswahili. They surely will be explaining the planets to you. Your 4-year-old, your 5-year-old, your 7-year-old. Yeah, by partaking of the international homeschool. So family, that's a proper investment. That's a proper investment. You can obviously see it is quality. It is definitely created to grasp the young one's attention. Nothing too long, boring. Children, how are you today? No, pure excitement, pure joy. Children speaking to children, and I mean, the child will come and say, "Mommy, done for today. Let's watch our next one." Yeah. Hey, family, give thanks. Make sure you tune into the Tiger's Nest also radio program. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the Tiger's Nest. Subscribe to the Tiger's Nest and you'll never miss another episode again. Royal family, royal parents, make that decision for your young ones, man. Yeah, man, it's a proper investment. You're not going to get no program like this somewhere else. Just know that. Make the investment. $200 for your young baby or babies. It's better if you have 7, 5, 4 of them. Call the cousins over. Yeah, man. Trust me. No one has ever been disappointed with our international homeschool program. And it's growing. And it's growing. Hey, give thanks. I'm going to prepare for the Tiger's Nest. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I. Jah Rastafari. Share the video, man. Share it with a friend. Like it. You know what you're supposed to do. Love family. Give thanks. Right.